Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the Just Keep Swimming podcast. This is your host, Mr. Adrian Jackson, and we're in the studio again with another great episode for you. And you already know who's with me. It's your boy, Mr.
1-3, back at it again with a new show for you guys.
Yes, sir. We're back at it again with another great episode for you guys. And this week's episode is actually brought to you by Vegas Vibrations. Vegas Vibrations is a great group hosted by PJ Ellis, Trevion McKenzie, and others. Pretty much every month they do some type of spiritual enhancing event to help raise the vibration of one yourself, the people around you, and hopefully we can start to raise the vibrations of the city. So if you haven't checked out Vegas Vibrations yet, please follow their IG page, their Facebook page. The link will be in the bio. And join us at the next event. I'll be at every event every month, so you get to see my face there, and hopefully we can raise your vibrations there. So with all that being said, what we want to bring to you guys today is a little, what's what I'm looking for? A little reflection of what we learned at the Las Vegas Vibrations event. So the Las Vegas Vibrations event was called the Magic of Tarot. Yes, tarot cards. It was hosted by a great man named Dane Clarke. Dane Clarke is an amazing individual. He been teaching tarot for the last about 10 years or so in Las Vegas community. He hosts his little events at his house that you guys can check out, sign up for on his website, which will be in the bio as well. As well as he's an acrobat, a gymnastist, an aerialist. He's performed background for Usher during his residencies here in Las Vegas. So a very, very talented man. And, I just want to share a little bit about what I learned with the event. I'm going to have 1-3 come share what he learned about the event. We have a few people that gave a little feedback about what they learned about the event and why they believe should come. And then following that, we will have a small interview with Mr. Dane Clarke to have him share a few words with us today. So I'll just pop it off then. So pretty much what I learned from the event was just magical. I think some of the things I really took away was the idea that how tarot cards are like a regular deck of cards. They all have their own different suites that mean something. But at the end of the day, it's all symbolic. So it's pretty much what power we put to the cards, which is what the cards will give back to us, And that's one thing that I have learned by a few tarot readers is the energy that you walk in the room with is what the cards are going to pretty much start to read off of, and that's how your reading is going to be made. I'm not going to get into super duper detail because, one, I'm not a master of tarot at all. I have had a few readings in my lifetime, but we're going to have bring on another guest later on the year that's going to talk more about tarot. We'll talk about that more when it comes. But with all that being said, I just want to say I had an amazing event. I had a great time. I learned so much about tarot, learned some stuff about myself, learned some stuff about others. And yes, I know he gave us some great quotes to take away. The main thing is it's okay to be a fool. Yes, you don't have to know everything. No, you don't need to know everything. It's more of just going through life with that open mindset, with that freedom of, yes, I may not know everything, but I can learn something today, And that's what I kind of mean by going through with the fool. Mr. Dane Clarke will talk more about that in his interview at the end. And I'm going to bring to the microphone Mr. 1-3 so he can share a little bit about what he learned from that experience. So 1-3, can you please step to the mic?
Hello. It's 1-3, back at it again. It's been a minute since I said hello like that. So, we went to this Vegas Vibrations event, the Magic of Tarot. I'm not that big into tarot. Kind of gives me off vibes by some of the experiences that I've had before. But this one was pretty interesting in its own, just for the fact that, like Adrian said before, you put the energy into the cards. You make the meaning of the symbol itself, and it means whatever it is to you. In a sense, you could read yourself just by being aware of how you're feeling, what you've been going through recently, and just kind of how like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Heart of the cards are pulling for your day. So I just kind of really like that aspect. It just kind of teaches you to open your mind in a creative sense, and just think of all the possibilities that can go, for you depending on your life circumstances. And, you don't always have to take it as law. You make of it what you will. It can just kind of be a guidance. It's also just like advice from getting advice from your friends. You don't have to take their advice. It's not expecting you to just take their advice, but it's just giving you this, different perspective to think about as you're moving forward through this wonderful life that we live in. So, this is just kind of how I felt about it. I enjoyed it. If anything, I would just highly recommend going to Dane and getting, insight through his eyes, because he kind of kept it at a very neutral standpoint, which is what I really respect about it. It's not, like he said, he's not trying to force you to believe anything or take any action. It's just like, here, this is what I see. This is what I'm reading from your energy, from what you pulled. And, so thank you.
No, thank you, Mr. 1-3. We appreciate the insight. And, just to elaborate a little bit about what he said, like he said, you want to take it how you want to take it. The messages that he was giving out, nothing was law. There was nothing being, like when you go to tarot, a lot of people think that the tarot reader told me this, so I have to do this. And it's like, no, it's not law. It's more of the universe is giving you a little hint or a little sign or a little insight of what's to come. If you don't maybe change this path or vocalize that opinion or, change up whatever that little bitty thing that you may need to change, this is what your path is going to go. But at the end of the day, always remember that you control your path. You know what I'm saying? The path that you choose to walk is your choice. And, all the tarot really is more of an assistance to help guide you on the path that inside your soul you believe that you want to be, So, yes, I loved it. He did a great job. And I'm going to give you a small example of what happened. Walked in there. He had a whole bunch of cards lay on the table. He was like, you pick a card. And then you pick the card up. And then as he's going through the lesson, he looks at your shirt to see what card you picked. And then all of a sudden, he just gives you a random tarot reading out of the blue. And like for me personally, I found it deep because when he first gave me the tarot reading, I was just applying it to one thing. But then as I thought about it more, I was like, oh, this clicks to all aspects of life. This clicked to more than just a relationship. This is work. This is family. This is friends. This is myself, neighbors. This is all aspects. So it was just really good to share. But with all that being said, what we're about to do is bring to the microphone. We have 2 special guests with us that was actually a part of the class. And then we're going to bring up John, who was actually Dane's assistant. And then following that, we will have Dane for a great conversation with Dane. Please stay tuned.
Hey everybody, this is Antonio. Just came in to check out Vegas Vibrations event. Gotta say, awesome organization. Definitely come check them out. Really good people, good hearts. So I attended a tarot event called Magic of Tarot. I had no experience whatsoever in tarot, so this was my first introduction to it. I tried to just kind of come in with an open mind, and I gotta say, probably my biggest personal takeaway was seeing how personalized it was, how, because I was kind of trying to have a skeptical, open mind of, is it just chance or, what could be going on, but to see how it connected so deeply on so many people's individual level, especially like my own, it really blew me away of, there's clearly something here, obviously. But I would say that was my biggest thing, was seeing how deeply relatable it was beyond just kind of like a chance mindset, like how it's actually connecting on a deeper level with everyone. So, that was my main takeaway. And again, definitely check these guys out. They're an awesome group. Yeah. Yeah, man. No, thank you guys, man. Yeah.
Antonio, right?
Antonio, yeah. Dude, if I was around more.
Okay. Well, my name is Ellie Aliel, and I came to the class because I wanted some deeper insight about tarot. I have been doing tarot for about 2 years now, and I always want to learn different perspectives, fresh new ideas and ways in order for me to learn and grow in that. I think it would be really great for people to come to his course because he's not conventional. He thinks out of the box. He makes it exciting. I've had some really kind of mundane, boring tarot classes, and this is by far one of the most exciting, interactive. He's throwing up cards. He's moving around in the crowd. He keeps you involved in the whole process so it sticks in your head. And so I think that it's a great class for those that are starting with learning tarot.
And then, do you have a tarot business you want to shout out?
I am Luna Lovenest, LunaLovenest. You can find me on Facebook or on Instagram. I do tarot readings. I do intuitive guidance. I also make intention candles. I also do candles, oils, and things for conjuring up spell work and working with magic.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Luna.
All right.
Sure. So my name is John. I've known Dane for 14 years now. And the reason that we do them is that we are both on spiritual paths. Everyone's spiritual path is a unique one. But I've been privileged to have one alongside someone who's very connected and very aware. And we experience a tremendous amount of magic in our life on a daily basis. And we said about 10 years ago, how do we share this with people? How do we bring it with larger groups of people? You would think that it's such a wonderful and joyous thing that it would almost be selfish not to share it. But we struggled with figuring out how to share it with people because a lot of people, some people are actually afraid of this.
Very skeptical.
They're skeptical, they're afraid. And so figuring out a vehicle for people to enjoy it involved doing classes and teaching, and Dane's a performer, so doing performances. And the other thing we learned is this. We want to bring it to as many people as possible, but this isn't a numbers game. If you can bring this sort of magic to just one other person, that's enough. It's not. While it would be nice to be able to share this with tens of thousands of people, doing it in a room with 20 or 25 people is enough.
It's enough.
Yeah.
Right. Just as long as it touch one soul.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. Exactly. So, and it propagates. These are people. I am certain that a lot of the people in this room tonight, we will intersect with in the future in different ways.
Yes.
And those people will tell people, and the people they know will tell people. And over the period of time, we've had thousands of people come through our home and experience a little bit of magic. And it's all been word of mouth and people having the experience and feeling like this is an experience that they want a friend of theirs to have, and it's just been a network of people that have people find this. It's the sort of thing where if this is right for a person, they'll come to it.
Right.
It's not the sort of thing you can easily advertise. It's the sort of thing that when people are ready for it, when this is what people need, they tend to show up.
Right. Got you. And then, so I guess my main question for you is. What do you always want people to take away from this experience?
If there's any one thing, it is to work on having a heightened sense of awareness, so that the magic in their lives that's always there becomes more visible to them.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much, John.
Okay. Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So bring to the microphone, we got the main man himself, Mr. Dane. I just want to start off by saying appreciate you so much for this class you put on right now. It was very amazing, very informative. And one of my main questions for you is, how did you even get started in this class? Like, what made you really want to do this class and help out the people like this?
This class, well, it's all about the community for me and giving awareness to people. Some people are going through difficult times in their life, and sometimes they just there might be a message in there. I don't know if I'm giving a direct message or an indirect message, but I just think that what people are missing in this age of the internet is connection.
Right.
And I just think that community and connection is so important right now.
Right. Yes, no, and I feel like the connection you had with this group today was like very magical. Like, I was the Eight of Swords today, and I felt that the conversation you had with me, you was just like right on point, nail on the head. You know, I really felt that. I really appreciated that. So one of my next questions is what do you always want people to take away from your class? Like, what's the ultimate lesson you would like them to take away from your classes?
Get them to think. Get them thinking. People are lazy and they don't think.
Yes.
And they want everything, you know, get them to ask themselves question.
Yes.
And that's what I want. And that, again, goes back to awareness. It's kind of building people's awareness. And people, get people to kind of broaden. And it is work, right? Thinking is work.
Yes, it is.
And so bringing their awareness, making them think about, what about this? Opens their minds up to possibilities and magic.
Right.
Opening the mind.
Yeah, it's really making them think, you know, and that's the main reason of the show, you know what I'm saying? Get people to think about themselves, to open their minds up, to really learn and really evolve ourselves to another level, you know?
Absolutely.
Yes, I love it. So then my last main questions is why the fool?
Why the fool? To me, the fool, well, I think I said earlier, you know, we are all fools on this journey called life. You know, none of us kind of know the fool represents somebody that's open, that is, you know, I think it was Shakespeare's, wise enough to play the fool. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So, you know, I think the fool keeps your ego in check, and like I said, and being aware that that you don't know. And that being okay with that, because that allows you to be open to know and to get the answers.
Right, I love that.
So I love that full philosophy of and life feels magical, you know, since I really kind of like started owning this sort of my alter ego, so to speak. I felt like life's been a lot more magical for me, just because I've just acknowledged that that's a part of who I am, especially, but a part of all of us, really. So it's just trying to encourage the people to kind of say, listen, it's okay not to know, and be open.
Yes. No, I love it, and that's one thing we've really been practicing: being comfortable, being uncomfortable. You know, being okay, not knowing what's exactly going to happen, what's to come, you know. So I really salute you on that one.
Trusting, huh?
Yes.
Trusting that feeling, you know. I don't know, but I feel this. I know how I'm feeling, you know.
Yes.
So that's important,
Yes, I appreciate it. And then, so are there any upcoming classes that people come check out if you all want to come see you?
So, you know, I have a meetup site too. If you go to meetup.com and type in Practical Tarot in Las Vegas, you'll find the kind of schedule for upcoming events on there. Okay. I actually have a workshop tomorrow, but as it's coming up to it's like Thanksgiving, holiday season. You know, much people have they're very busy with their lives and stuff. So it won't be to the new year at this point now, where things will kind of be opening up and developing for Practical Tarot.
Cool, I appreciate that so much, and we'll make sure to have the meetup in the bio and everything, so everybody can come check you out. And make sure you get out and check out a Dane class, man. It was amazing, highly suggested. I will be attending another one, and I just want to say thank you so much for having this class today.
Thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Yes,
thank you.
Appreciate you, sir. Have a good one.
Bye now.
Cool, perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody who shared your ideas, your thoughts. John, we appreciate you right here. Dane, we appreciate you guys. You guys did a great job. We appreciate you guys for coming out and share time with us. As we were saying at the beginning of the podcast, make sure to check out Vegas Vibrations at IG on Facebook. I believe they have a meetup as well. I'll put all that stuff in the bio. Make sure to come out to the next event. I can't tell you what it's going to be, but I can tell you this. It will help raise your vibration in at least one step or another. So with that being said, Mr. 13, you got anything else you want to end with? No, sir? All right. So I hope you all had a wonderful day, amazing afternoon, a splendid evening. Any questions, comments, concern, make sure to send them to jkspodcast702@gmail.com. Look out for 13's new projects coming out. Make sure that you comment, subscribe, hit us up on Instagram, hit us up on Facebook. Join the I'm Just Swimming Facebook group page to help keep each other motivated and encouraged. And with all that being said, you already know we have more great episodes to come. So have a wonderful day. Have a great afternoon. Have a splendid evening. And remember, just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming.